Good morning, everyone. It's Sophia from mygreatchallenge.blogspot.com. Hey, we're on day 3 of my Thanksgiving week prep and day in the life. As you can tell, I'm already on the road, and I went through the little routine I showed you yesterday, making the lunch boxes, walking dogs, and dropping off Edward. I wasn't going to show that to you again. And yeah, we just hit traffic, so we're going to slow down. I'm going to answer a few of your questions and then move on with the day. And I'm sorry if I'm not making eye contact all the time, because I am on the road. You guys have asked me questions regarding the boys and whether or not they speak French. And to my great disgrace, they don't. Edward does take French in school. William takes Mandarin, because that's what they do at his school. Because I've been here for 23 years now, French is not something that I speak naturally or have an opportunity to speak. If I had married somebody who's French, like my friend Bea, for instance, they both speak French in the home, so as a result their children speak French as well. In my case, I was immersed in English right away and didn't really get too many opportunities to socialize with French people, only because of the vast number of folks in New York City. I mean, the chances of you meeting French people is kind of slim, and everybody speaks English. So even when I had French friends visiting or living in New York doing an exchange program, we all spoke English anyway. It's kind of weird. So I didn't really speak French to the kids. I did a little bit for Edward when he was a really, really small child, and for some reason that just went down the tube, because it's not a language that I speak naturally anymore. And to my mother's dismay, because she doesn't speak English and has difficulty understanding her own grandkids, and I hear about it, I kid you not, every time I'm on the phone with my mom, I'm reminded how the kids don't speak French and she doesn't understand her grandkids. And I get it, it's my fault. Am I going to rectify it? Probably so, because we're planning a trip to France in August. Cross fingers, because it's money. So we're planning a trip in July and August for 2 weeks of this year. The kids have to pick up on, choices, sentences, so that they can just move about when they're in Paris and Normandy, because that's what we're going to do. And then Scott has to brush up on some of his French as well. And also because, Mom is getting old and I really need to get on the stick with this. So, no, I don't speak French to the kids. That's the answer. And go ahead, go boo, thumbs down. It's my fault. I totally agree. I should not have taken that route. But I did, and there's no turning back now. All I can do is make it better. So that's that for the French language. Now, some of you have asked me, well, Sophia, how many languages do you speak? Well, I actually speak 3 languages. And if you think that's a lot, you should meet my sister, because she speaks 6 languages. I speak English, French, and Spanish. Spanish I took in middle school and high school in France. And it's just the same way that English was when I came here. I read it, I write it, I understand it a little bit better than I understood English back then. So you can have a conversation with me in Spanish, but I just can't speak it. It's one of those weird things. Like, if you talk to me in Spanish, I'll know exactly what you're saying, but I won't be able to answer you in Spanish. So yeah, for Google Translate, because that's how I manage with clients who are Spanish. They actually like the fact that I can speak Spanish and take my time in answering them in Spanish rather than trying to do broken English with them. So yeah, I speak 3 languages. I think my sister speaks English, French, German, Polish, some Russian, and I think she's got another one, I'm not sure what it is. So she's more on the east side of Europe than I am. Okay, so here's another question you ask. How many hobbies do I have? It's funny you ask that, because I would think that what I'm doing with YouTube is a major undertaking. I think that most people who watch YouTube don't realize how much work is involved in it. I'll give you an example. If I do a makeup video, for instance, or a review video, because I really don't do, look of the day or, get ready with me, though I should. I've been thinking about it. So when I do a makeup video, it actually takes about an hour and a half to get ready, because I got to do the hair, I got to do the makeup, I got to, set up everything, think about what I'm going to say. So it does take a long time, and then you have to download the stuff, and then you have to edit, and the editing can take some time, and then you got to post. So a simple video that's 20 minutes could actually take 5 hours from beginning to end until the moment you guys can click on it and watch it. So YouTube does take a lot of my time. That being said, I have a lot of other hobbies, and one of the hobby that I've had for a very long time was scrapbooking, and I think I did a couple of videos about that. But to be honest, I haven't had time to scrapbook in many, many years. I have to be honest, I haven't done any scrapbook since William was born. So that was 2007. So that's how behind I was. So now back then, Edward was 5 years old, and I was about 2 years behind on the scrapbooks. So now I'm about 11 years behind on scrapbooks. You get the point? So because I was doing, week by week, kind of like life of the kids, week by week, I was documenting everything. And I have 6 albums, and I really haven't done anything. But after I stopped doing actual tactile, real scrapbooking with paper, I got really, really involved with digital scrapbooking. And that's something that is a little passion of mine. And I keep on saying that I'm going to do something on YouTube with it, and of course I don't have the time. But one of the things that I absolutely love doing is retouching old pictures and doing Photoshop work. And I love it. If you give me a picture of your grandma or your great-grandma from 1820 that's so busted, I will actually restore it as though it was brand new. And it doesn't matter whether it's a family member or if it's a complete stranger's picture. I have so much interest and love for the process of restoring old pictures. It's silly, but I just get completely absorbed with it, and I'm very happy when I do that. So one of the things that I wanted to do with the YouTube channel was to start doing videos on how to restore pictures. So you let me know down below if you'd be interested in seeing that, because I could literally spend a whole year teaching you the whole Photoshop software, and you don't even have to buy the professional software. You can buy Photoshop Element, which is like $99, and do as good of a job as the professional one. Now I use both. I prefer to use the cheaper version actually, because it's got a lot of shortcuts, and some of the work that I do on photos is really the same no matter what the picture is, which is basically, changing the contrast, cleaning up spots and stain and noise on the pictures, redrawing here and there, whatever. But if I need to, let's say, take a black and white picture and colorize it, I would use the professional software for that. Anyway, so I don't know if you can hear the passion in it. I just love the whole process of retouching pictures, and it's just genealogy, looking at other people's pictures. If I come to your house, feel free to pull out your family albums, because I'm not going to be one of those people that's just going to browse through it and be polite about it and, go like, oh, that's nice. Oh, okay, all right. Now, I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to get super excited about your pictures. I'm going to look at them. I'm going to compare them. I'm going to, make all sorts of comments, and this is going to be like a 6 hour for you, and you're going to regret showing me your pictures, okay? Because that's how passionate I am about photography and family pictures. Not so much scenery, but family pictures. I just love it. I do. So that's one of my hobbies. So I hope I'm answering your question. Another one of the questions you asked was, how did I end up doing YouTube, and what sparked my starting a channel? Well, I started with a blog actually, the mygreatchallenge.blogspot.com, and I started that I think in October, I would say 2011, something like that. And I started looking at videos on YouTube, in particular cleaning videos, organizing videos, and home tours. And I quickly became very frustrated with the stuff that's available on YouTube. For instance, if I'm looking for a video on a home tour, because I just love watching, alright, so there's 2 FBI cars coming in the back, and that doesn't look good for New York, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can see them. See that? Yep. These are not cops. When they're Suburbans, that's FBI. Be interesting. We'll find out later on what kind of threat level New York City is in today. So anyway, I became very, very frustrated with all those videos that you have out there of, hi, welcome to my house, I'm gonna do a tour. And it's a $1 million home with a 20-something girl, and she basically has everything, and I can tell you she's not the one cleaning the house, okay? Don't give me a break. You're not cleaning your house. It's very obvious that you have professionals coming into your house, cleaning it, and you using your credit cards to put a lot of decorative items that are all matchy-matchy in your home, and it's beautiful. I get it. It's gorgeous, but I can't relate to that. I just can't. I got dogs. I got kids. I got a husband. I have a home which just started 5 years ago. We got crap everywhere, and I'm struggling. So I got really frustrated. And even those who were doing organization videos or decluttering videos, they weren't really showing you the process. They were showing you a tiny little pile of dirt and cut, and here it is after, and it's beautiful. I'm like, but hold on a second, where's the process in that? So out of my frustration, the idea of expanding my blog to YouTube started. And my first video, I think, was in January 2012 or 2013, I'm not sure. I think it's 2012. I can't even remember, it's been so long. And it was just a tryout video, and then I did another one, and then I did another one. And when I started actually making an income, which at the time was like ridiculous, we're talking like $20 a month, okay? When I started making an income, I said to myself, you know what, maybe I can actually get something out of this. So the hubby was 100% behind me, and I started doing videos, and the response has been overwhelming. I never thought I would get to the level I'm at, where I have some of you subscribers who, and I love every one of you, who tell me they get withdrawal symptoms when I don't post a video, because I feel like that about certain YouTubers actually. So I know how it feels. And you've just been so encouraging and loving and caring and positive too. I really don't get a lot of negative comments. I mean, once in a while I have to remove a comment because somebody is just offensive, and that just doesn't belong to my blog at all, because that's not who I am. And I don't want you guys to be offended, but it's very rare. Like maybe I'll remove one comment a month, and that's about it. So that's how I started the YouTube channel. It was really out of frustration, because I figured if I'm frustrated by the lack of true life, down to earth reality basically on YouTube, somebody else and a whole bunch of people ought to be frustrated just as much, and would prefer to watch somebody who's more like them and struggles, because that's what I do. I struggle. Let me tell you, the challenge is real. The cleaning of the house, the organizing, the decluttering, the managing, and all of that is mostly done by me. And some of you have made comments about, well, what does your husband do? Well, Scott does a lot of freelance, and I can honestly say that's not his stuff. He would be very happy if the office was the way it used to be. It would make no difference for him. It's not the kind of stuff that matters. You know, we all have our own priorities and preferences. Having the house completely organized, neat, redecorated, you know, renovated and all of that is not a priority for him. He's an artist. his priority is feeling creative, but creative through what he does on the computer. It's not through putting his hands on a hammer and a bunch of nails and nailing a board somewhere. That doesn't drive him at all. But it drives me, and my mom is like that. So it's a little bit of a passion that filters through the YouTube channel, and I think you've kind of sensed that already, that I like to challenge myself and push myself into doing stuff that I would normally not know how to do. So I'm in Bayonne, and like I said, I couldn't take you all day. I gotta let the kids go through. But let me give you an example of how pathetic the life of a social worker working in a community is. It's 3:14. I've just finished seeing 6 people. I'm on my way back to the office, and Bayonne is pretty far from Jersey City. I mean, I got like another half an hour to go. By the time I get to the office, I'll basically have about 30 minutes, so I won't be able to do my notes or anything. And I am actually eating my lunch in the car on the way back, because that's the only time I have to eat my lunch. So yeah, it gets pretty crazy. It's not for everyone, I get it, but today was a good day. I'm gonna try to turn the camera around to show you a little bit of Bayonne. I don't know how much battery I have, so if it cuts, it cuts. How was your day?
It was good.
What happened?
Well, we took a French quiz.
How'd you do in French?
I don't know how I'm gonna do.
Okay.
We couldn't finish it in one period because we were finishing up our presentations. So we had to do it after school, most of us. She said, I wasn't sure about my score, so I went over to her and asked her, and she said the back page looks right, but there are some, like 1 or 2 wrong answers on the front.
So what do you think you got as a grade?
I don't know. I wouldn't say an A+.
Okay.
Maybe like a B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, mister? What are you doing?
Homework.
Again?
Yeah.
Well, you got homework every night now?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in school. Right?
Okay. What'd you do? What's that?
9 as a factor.
I have. That was Chinese to me. Mommy doesn't do math. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Can't help you. So did you teach him how to do it?
Yes, I did, actually.
Wow, what a supportive brother you got.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What?
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 What? What's going on?
Hey, listen, I gotta start the turkey tonight, okay?
Woo!
So it's 6:34 in the evening. The dog is trying to get to the trash, Le Chiffre. No. Okay, it's 6:34 in the evening. I have to do the brine for the turkey. So it's very easy. You just gotta prepare the mix. This is the mix I was telling you about right here. And all you gotta do in a large pot, combine spice, brine, blend with 1 quart of water. Bring to a boil for 5 minutes. And then you gotta add 4 quarts of cold water to bring it to temperature. And then you basically put it in a bag with the bird and make it really tight and put that back in the fridge. So this is gonna be in the brine until Thursday morning. So today is Tuesday evening. So it's a little bit over 24 hours. And here's the update on the oven. Told you yesterday in the last video that I was gonna clean the oven overnight. just because I want to start with a clean oven. So the only problem with that is that I could smell it all night long, even though it's only for 3 hours, that it runs its cycle. I could literally smell it all night. On the 3rd floor, twice I went downstairs to make sure the kitchen was not on fire, but the smell was horrendous and I barely slept, so I'm really, really tired. This is what the brine looks like, by the way. And you know, I feel like I'm redoing everything that I did last year. So again, all of those recipes, and I'm gonna do this here, they're down below in the last year Thanksgiving meal prep. If you wanna get a heads up and, you know, be prepared ahead of time, because I don't see the point of me doing the whole thing over again. So just check the video down below on turkey prep and brine. I'm just gonna dump that in here. So this year I'm just adding some herbs from the garden to the brine. I have some fresh rosemary, some fresh oregano, and I'm also going to add 2 lemons. So here I added 4 quarts of water, and it's basically going to stay in there until it reaches room temperature, at which point I can just submerge, at which point I can just add the turkey to the brine bag and the brine over it, and then let it go in the fridge for a little bit over 24 hours. So this is the roasting pan for the turkey. I removed the rack and the turkey's in the brine bag already. The breast, you know, at the bottom, and basically the top, and basically the bottom part of the turkey is on top, right? So I'm putting the brine in a pitcher because it's much easier to kind of control how it goes inside the bag, because it's very easy for the bag to kind of, how would you say it, sort of overflow and get stuff everywhere. I still have some more brine inside this pot, so I'm just gonna add this to the pitcher, because trust me, it's much easier to do it that way. Here we go. Okay, and what you want to do is add water so that the turkey is completely submerged. You really want to make sure that the brine covers the entire bird, including the inside. So there it is in its brine bag. I removed as much air as possible. I got as much brine going inside the bird as possible. I'm just going to leave that in the fridge as is for pretty much 30 hours, because this is not going into the oven until around 6-7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day. What you do after that is that you just remove it from the bag. You rinse it slightly, because you do want to remove the excess salt and all of that, and then you pat it dry. You put some olive oil, and then you add the rub that they provide, which is basically like a let's see what's in it. I don't even think they give you a it's a cedar spice rub. Cedar spice turkey rub ingredient. You got garlic, salt, spices, sugar, dehydrated onion, bunch of stuff, paprika, parsley, natural smoker flavor, no more than 2% of silicon dioxide added to prevent kicking, and that's what it looks like. So you basically just cover the bird with olive oil, and then you add that to it. It's going to give it a beautiful color and a little bit added taste, and then you just baste and baste and baste. But we'll get to that on Thursday. Right now what I need to do is finish cleaning the kitchen. I'm going to put this in the fridge, and I'm thinking I'm actually start the stock. Hi Scott.
Hi.
You're still sick?
Yeah.
You're having another one of those bourbon thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't look like it helped though.
Well, yeah, it does.
You feeling better?
Well, it helps clear out your throat a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess you're not going to be available to do a Q&A.
Well, you might not know what you get for an answer.
So it's 8:30. It's time for dinner. Except that it's that bad. I've ordered Chinese tonight.
It's good. It's just that it's really, really strong once it's heated up.
Yeah.
It changes the potency of it.
I don't know how you can drink this. I just. Uh-oh, here comes the Chinese. Right, so I ordered Chinese tonight because tomorrow the kids have a half day. That means they're having lunch at home, so they can have. You're happy?
Yes.
Do you know what I ordered for you?
Sweet and sour chicken.
No.
Aw.
I ordered super spicy Szechuan chicken.
No, I don't like spicy food.
All right, you got the sweet and sour chicken.
Thank you. I don't like spicy food.
All right, you're gonna set the table?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's the Chinese food. There's a lot of food there. I ordered some dumplings right here, and then these are the fried ones. These are the steamed ones, and then Scott, I ordered curry chicken for you. This curry chicken. This is I can't remember. This is a dragon something. It's a mix of Szechuan and Sao. And then over here is a General Tso chicken. So those two are spicy. And then there's rice in there, and I think there's something. Oh, egg rolls. There's 2 egg rolls right here, and then those little containers here is the rice, and this is the sweet and sour chicken for Willie. See that? Okay, and then they give us soda for free as well, so that's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna have dinner, and that's it for me tonight. I prepared the turkey, you saw that. I didn't do the stock. I'll do the stock tomorrow with the. You like the steam?
Yeah.
Do it again. Oh. It doesn't show anymore. Alright, so I didn't do the stock. I'll do the stock tomorrow with the pie. And then start setting the tables and everything. Don't use those. These are too hot.
I can handle it.
Okay, you can handle it.
I'm gonna put them right here.
And I guess that's it. So I bid you good night. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. If you like the answers to the questions. And then if you can think of any more questions, I think I have to go back to the old video where I can read all of your questions. I'm sure I missed plenty. But if you have anything specific that you want me to expand on, let me know down below in the comment section, and then I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to Hoboken. Finally, I made sure I would go to Hoboken, so I'm going to show you some gorgeous, gorgeous views of New York City from the other side of the river.
Where are the plans?
What are you doing? You guys are silly. Whatever. Let's eat. I'll see you later. Bye.